Hi everyone, my name is Noelle Schwantes and I am here with Change Your Story. Today we're here to talk about a debt removal tutorial. And what I want to tell you right off the bat is that this is going to be a different angle than you've heard. I can almost virtually guarantee it. Because this is not about a technique, this is about something, techniques will keep you in the same loop over and over. Many of you have gotten out of debt and gone back into debt. What we are talking about is a permanent solution that makes it effortless to get out of debt. Alright, so if you don't believe me, hang in there and we'll talk about it some more. Some history and context to give you an idea of how I stumbled upon this. I'm a therapist, so I deal with psychology, and I've trained at Vanderbilt University, and so my career has been working with clients in various settings over the years. What I noticed over the years is that just about all of my clients would rather talk about anything than money. I even had clients who would prefer to talk about a current marital affair than talk about their finances. But yet finances are so often which get us into these horrible catastrophes. I saw so many clients who maybe they were struggling with an addiction, and because of financial fear they relapsed. Or they were using again, and that got them into financial consequences that lasted for most of their life, right? So finances is this huge area, and most of us would rather do anything than talk about it. There's shame and fear and all of those things. I know this because I was one of my first guinea pigs, right? This finances was a huge issue in my life that I struggled with. Fear, shame, wanting more but feeling guilty about that. It was just a constant mess, and there were times in my life that I would just wake up in fear, you know, going through a painful time in my life, a divorce. It was the first time I'd been on my own, and I was so scared about money and where was I going to live? How was I going to feed myself? And so I used debt to deal with that, and it got me into trouble for years to come. All right, so that's the history here. So I also recognized during that phase in my life that we struggled with it. We didn't want to talk about it. There were such intense feelings around finances, and yet the world inundates us with techniques. There's, you know, I mean, just hundreds of thousands, probably millions of techniques. We've got Dave Ramsey, Suze Orman, all these financial planners, classrooms, textbooks, all of these things that are available, and most of them offer techniques. And we try the techniques, they don't work, we end up in the same place, and then we feel like something's wrong with us. Here's what I'm here to tell you today. Our financial lives are like a fruit tree. If you have bad financial fruit in your life, it is because the root system is toxic. There's a lie or a belief there that you are believing that keeps you having bad fruit in your life. And these techniques, while they're good, if we're not dealing with the root system, it's just like chopping off the fruit off the tree all the time and not dealing with the root. You're going to have the fruit grow back crappy. You're going to get the same results over and over. And people have made millions of dollars on techniques that are good if your root system is healthy, right? So if you've had some techniques that got you out of debt at one point and you ended up back in debt, it is because the root system of your financial tree didn't get addressed. Because if you have crappy roots, you're going to have crappy fruit. And if you have healthy roots, you are going to have healthy, amazing financial fruit effortlessly. It's going to happen automatically. Wouldn't that be amazing? So not only am I saying you can get out of debt permanently, I'm saying you can get out of debt effortlessly. Okay, hang with me because I know that sounds nuts. All right, so would you like to know the secret to removing debt permanently and effortlessly from your life? The root of lies or beliefs. So would you like to know the secret of removing debt from your life permanently and effortlessly? The root system of our financial tree. So would you like to know the way to remove debt permanently and effortlessly from your life? The root system of our financial tree is our beliefs. And if our root system is toxic, there is a lie that we are believing, because truth leads to vibrant, abundant financial lives. So would you like to know the secret to removing debt permanently and effortlessly from your life? The root system of our financial tree is our beliefs. And when we have toxic roots that are leading to bad financial fruit, there's a lie that we're believing. Does that make sense so far? So lies are what lead to the toxicity that gets us the bad fruit. Let me kind of give you an example of what this looks like. Most often, the lies we believe that get us to bad financial fruit have to do with, I don't deserve good financial fruit. So this is the shame-based lie that makes us feel like maybe you've done something bad in the past, or you have cheated or lied, whatever, and you feel like you don't deserve a good financial life without debt. Another one is, I'm not good enough. This is also a shame-based lie. You may feel like it's true, it's a lie. And if you believe it, that's the reason you're getting bad financial fruit. Because if you feel like you're not good enough, you're going to act that out in your life. I'm not good enough. I've got to be smarter. I've got to know more. I've got to have better skills or intelligence. Whatever the thing is that you tell yourself. The lie though that leads most often to debt and staying in debt, even if you've dug yourself out before, that lie is that we believe God won't take care of our wants, and he won't take care of our needs. Scripture talks about God sent Jesus so that we could have life to the full, abundant life. So the lie that most often connects to debt, to going back into debt, that lie is that God won't take care of my needs and he won't take care of my wants for sure. So maybe he might sometimes take care of my needs, but he won't take care of my wants. You were promised provision. Scripture promises you provision, that your needs are met. Scripture also talks about Christ coming because he wanted you to have life more abundantly. That's going to impact your finances. Now, I'm not saying that everyone gets rich, but I am saying that you were created for abundant life. You were designed. It's in your DNA. God created you for something specific. And for you, because you were created for that, that's going to look like abundance. When you're in that place, that's going to look like abundance. And when you believe that God's not going to take care of your needs and your wants, that's going to constrict you into fear, and you're going to see debt as the solution. That's going to constrict you into fear, and you're going to see debt as the solution instead of the lie, instead of the problem. When you start to believe that God's going to take care of your needs and your wants because he's madly in love with you, he's going to take care of those things, and he's going to give you the life that he designed you for, that will just make your spirit light up. When you believe that, debt is not a necessity any longer, and it's not a temptation. So let me tell you a little bit about my story. I started teaching these principles, and the bottom fell out for our family financially. My husband got laid off. I had a son, and so I wasn't able to work as much, and so our income went to virtually nothing in a matter of weeks. And we lost everything just about financially. But what had happened in preparation for this testing time, I like to think that God was just making sure I walked the talk, because I can't teach something I don't believe in on my soul, right? And so God was just really putting us through the fire, so we came out diamonds around this. And so, I lost my train of But because of this work that I had been doing, I'd already started working on the book. I'd been praying this prayer for God to teach me financial surrender for about 15 years at that point. And the foundation was solid. And when we went into this period of having lost just about everything financially, our beliefs stayed the same. I believed that God would take care of my needs and many of my wants. And so for about 3 years, we had virtually no guaranteed income. And we went through some struggles, but you know what? We did not go into debt. We consistently dug ourselves out of debt methodically and did not take on any new debt. I have been through the fire with this. I know this stuff works, and I would challenge you to try this out. All right? If this interests you and you'd like to know a little more, what I'd like you to do is click down below. There's a link in the description, and what I want you to do is come visit our private membership group. Give us a 7-day trial period for $1. We want you to have some skin in the game, but all it's going to take is $1. Give us a try for a week. There's an exercise in there that if you buy this, if you think, I haven't tried this before, there's an exercise in there that in 15 minutes is going to change your beliefs. You don't have to wrestle with this for years. You don't have to agonize over this one exercise. There's also other people who are there. You're going to have access. If you choose to stay a member, you'll have access to all sorts of goodies, and you can learn more about that later. But thanks for being with us. We hope to see you on the inside. Leave a comment below too, or like this video, and we look forward to getting to know you, and we look forward to you finding your path to freedom from debt. Welcome to Change Your Story.